Hello, beautiful people. This is Resident Space. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for passing through again. If you are new here, hi, Boo. Thank you for passing through. Sorry, my voice is bad because I have flu for some time now. So, today we are going to prepare our post Christmas jollof with peppered goat meat. So, stay tuned as we do our cooking together. So, guys, I'll be listing all the ingredients. As you can see, all the ingredients, I'll be listing everything in the description box. So, let's go. So, I went ahead to season my meat first of all. Um, I added ginger, garlic, and onion grounded, and also a little bit of mixed spices. So, you stir properly and leave it to cook. It's goat meat, so you have to cook it for it to soften a little bit before you start to fry it. So we cover it and leave it to cook. So I went ahead to grind my tomatoes and one scotch bonnet pepper, and also my ginger and onions. So let's fry our meat now. So making to make sure that the oil is a bit hot, I decided to put the first meat in, and as I can see, it was okay, so I decided to add the rest. For me, I love my meat to be well fried, like to achieve that brownness. I love it like that. I don't like meat that is um, like not brown and like looking cooked or something. So that's what I did. You can do it the way you love to eat it. So that's what I did. So I keep stirring it to make sure that I achieve that brownness. Now that our meat is fried, well fried, it's so crunchy. I just I was like, should I taste one? Oh my god. So now we go ahead to add our onions, spiced onions. Yeah. So you stir that, and then you go ahead to add your tomatoes concentrate. Yeah. And that's what I'm doing right now. I don't add too much of the that because mostly I love I love the fresh products more. Yeah. So that's what I did. So you stir that, stir until you you are okay with the consistency. So I start to add my grinded tomato mix. Yeah. But because of the splash, I just decided to add it slowly. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. You stir and stir and stir, then you add the next batch. Initially, I mostly cook it on fire to get the water out before I start to use it to cook. But because I needed to do it quickly, I just have to do it this way. Yeah. So as you can see, I've added the next batch. So I stir and stir, then I cover it to cook. So as you can see, our tomatoes is cooking and nicely. So I added the ginger, garlic, and onion mix. Yeah. Please, the ginger is not too much. I added a lot of onions because I love onions. So it gives the jollof a nice taste. So that's why the mixture is looking like that. It's a lot of onions. Yeah. So now adding my spice mix. That's the Maggi shrimp cube, and that's the aniseed, ground aniseed, and also other mixed spices. I added that earlier before adding this one. So you stir properly So now that it's a bit cooked, we are adding our corned beef. Because someone will be coming to visit and the person doesn't like to eat the goat meat, uh, you add the corned beef so that the person can eat the rice with egg. Yes, cooked egg. So that's what I did, so that anyone at all can be able to eat. So now I'm adding my curry powder. Stir and stir properly. And then we check the taste. So next I'm adding my rosemary and also my bay leaves. Then I cover it to cook. Now that it's cooking nicely, our next is the rice, the main thing. So now we are adding our basmati rice. So after adding the rice, what I do is that I add my jollof mix. I don't add it into the stew before. After adding the rice, I add it to it. Then I mix it properly. Then cover it a little bit. I wouldn't add water right away. Yeah, that's what I did. I like to cook my rice with the heat. So I'm adding the stock now, the meat stock. So far, as you can see, I've not added salt to my food, to my stew. So I'm now adding the meat stock. It has salt in there because I don't want to have too much salt in my food. So when I'm cooking and I'm using spices, I don't add salt because most of the spice blend has salt in there. Yeah. So when you are doing your cooking, you have to be extra careful when you are using spices. You don't have to add salt, too much salt. You have to taste last minute to make sure that everything is okay and you can add salt before you go ahead. So I used a baking paper roll to cover the food, and I come back to stir again. After stirring, then I added my water now before covering it for it to cook, but not too much water, just a little bit because I don't want it. I just wanted because the stew was well cooked. There's not enough water in it, so I just added a little bit of water. Then I covered it to cook. I put the paper roll on it. Then I used my cover to cover it. So now I'm back. As you can see, it's cooking. It's cooking. So you come and stir again. Then you cover it because if you don't stir it, your jollof will be cooked at one side and the rest of the sides will not be cooked. So that's what I did. So as our jollof is cooking, I went ahead to prep my carrot and my bell pepper, my green bell pepper, and also grinded some scotch bonnet pepper to add to my goat meat because it's a peppered goat meat. So that's what I did. Now I'm back to check on my rice and it's cooking nicely. Yeah, as you can see, it's cooking nicely. So it's almost done now. So after it's done, we served it with some seasoned vegetables, yeah, and our peppered goat meat with our jollof. It was so delicious. Guys, try it. I spiced the vegetables with some black pepper. Yeah, I seasoned it and I stir fried it. So it's so tasty. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you all and stay safe. Mwah, mwah, mwah.